Hello YouTube and welcome back to the great comparison video between the two cheap Philips AirPlay Fidelio speakers. This is a cheaper one. It's a Philips AD7000W and this is a little bit more expensive one. It's called the DS3800W. So let's begin to check them out from the outside. First, we got here the bar form. Of course, you can see this. Nothing on the top. You got this little blue LED light here to signalize that the speaker is turned on and ready to use. And on the back side, we got a shiny black backside here. Fingerprints you can see already all over it. We got the power on and off button here. We got two volume keys and we got the two subwoofer holes here. We got our power connection port and USB port you can't use. We got our aux in here if you want to connect this with an MP3 player, CD player, or maybe you got an Android or Windows phone here, and then you can connect them via cable, aux in cable here, cable, and put it in on the headphone jack on your smartphone or tablet or what else, which device you got that doesn't support AirPlay. And we got our Wi-Fi button and VPS setup button here. The other device, of course you can already see it, it's round, it's stylish, it got a hole in the middle, no trick here. Got the subwoofer hole over up here. It too has a blue standby and ready LED here. One difference, for the better one here, we got a silver ring in the middle, and the silver ring got 4 buttons here. One on off button, volume buttons, and an additional stop and play button here. This is nice. So let's see the back side. Same connections here. Power connection, USB port, aux in, and the Wi-Fi and VPS setup button here. Of course you can set up both devices with your Wi-Fi router with VPS. Just press the VPS button on your router and on the speaker and they find each other and you are done. If you don't have a VPS or WPS connection router, then you can set up them both manually with your PC, Mac, iPhone or what else. This are no problems, just check out our setup videos for that. So, advantage design, I would definitely say this, and advantage key functionality, because you got a separate pause and play button here. No pause and play button on the 7000 Philips Fidelio. Advantage 2 is you can see and reach the keys and the buttons here easier easier on the 3800. Here they are on the back side, you can't see them, you have to feel them, or you have to turn the speaker and then press the button. Weight 1.3 kilogram each. So let's check out the sound. For the sound check I will take an iPad 1 and a YouTube video which got a nice 10 seconds intro here. I will first test the 7000 Philips speaker and then the 3800 speaker. Volume is at 30% and let's hit play.
Hallo YouTube.
So, next test. This time I will test it with 80% volume.
Yeah, VTS5. Wow, toll, super, ganz geil. Wow, online gucken. Wow, du weißt es.
So, it's hard to hear it over the microphone on the webcam, on the camera, and then I have to render it, and YouTube will won't improve the sound, and it's hard to hear. So you have to trust me on what I tell you now. The sound is fine, even 30% volume are enough for your kitchen, your bathroom, or a small living room, or your den, or what else, or your bedroom, or where else you want to put it. With 50% volume, it gets a little bit crispy, and the the bass line is a little bit hard here. But it's still okay. When you go to 80%, it doesn't sound that fine anymore, but 80% is definitely too loud for the normal use. So for normal use, and if you're not a really fancy person about music and sound, the speaker is definitely enough. The sound is okay. Don't expect here a high-end product. Don't compare it to any Bose or Sonos speakers. This thing is cheap. It only costs around 150, 170 euros. It's the cheapest AirPlay speaker there is, and still the quality is enough. This is it for this speaker. Let's check out the other one. Again, volume at 30%. Okay, and again, volume at 80%.
Yeah, VTS5. Wow, toll, super, ganz geil. Wow, online gucken. Wow, du weißt es.
So, I hope you can hear any difference. Let me tell you that 30% it's a little bit quiet. 50% it's okay. 80% it really gets loud. It got a little bit more bass than the normal, the smaller speaker. If you compare the speakers in sound quality, I would say under normal use, in a normal scenario, this speaker sounds better. It doesn't get this crispy, as crispy as the 3800 one. And the volume, it's more, it feels right here. This is okay, this is definitely fine. When you hit 80% volume, 90, 100%, that you only can reach if you're doing a party or something, the 3800 one got a little bit more power. You can feel this, but it's just slightly more power than the 7000 one. When you think about that, this one costs around 70 to 100 euro more than this one, you expect definitely a higher sound quality or more power from this one, even it's smaller and other and more compact. Let me tell you another thing. Both you can set up both devices with this Philips SoundDock app. You can change you can switch between 5 different sound profiles, or even create your own. This is no problem. Just another hint here. Both speakers were on the same profile for the test here. And so let's get to the verdict. First point, design. I like this one. I like this one a little bit better. It's more fancy. Design point here. controls on the speaker itself, again, here you can see them, you can reach them more easily, and it got the pause and play extra button here. Another point for this. Price. The 7001 is around 70 to 100 euros less. Definitely gets you the price point here. Sound quality. In normal day use, which you use for about 80% of the time, the 7000 Fidelio wins definitely. This sounds better. This one here sounds only better if you turn it up to 80-90%. But when will you do this? It depends on how big the place is where you're gonna party. If it's a small room, both devices are fine. If it's a large room, both devices aren't sufficient enough. So sound point definitely gets to this speaker here. Overall, I definitely recommend this one, especially with the lower price. Only if you have enough, too much money or are really fancy about the design, you should take this one here. So this was our review. Oh, one last thing. I'm using this on an iPad 1. All iOS devices from iOS 4.2 up support the speakers. When your iOS device has AirPlay, no problems here with the speakers. Another point is the Wi-Fi network. Both devices only support Wi-Fi networks up to G standard. If you're already using only N standard, you get a problem that it won't work here. Another disadvantage of both devices, the power cord is rather short. At best 1.5 meters. This is not really far. Longer cord would have been better, especially that you can place them wherever you want. They are Wi-Fi speakers. They are supposed to be used on places you won't normally put your speakers, in my opinion. So another disadvantage here, but for around 150 euros you get the cheapest AirPlay speaker there is. This is definitely the way to go. I really like this device. I recommend it. Yeah, so that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Sorry for the long version of this video, but I tried to tell you everything I've noticed about these two devices here. Thanks for watching and bye.